The average person can become a multimillionaire by the time they retire by opening a Roth IRA. And this is super easy to do with a normal income as a normal person. So in this video, I'll explain why the Roth IRA is an absolute cheat code for building wealth and how it can make you a millionaire. But before we jump into the video, do you already have a Roth IRA? And if you do, comment your age down below. I'm curious to see what age everyone's starting out at. I opened mine, I think I was 21 years old, but I was dirt broke and in college, so I hardly ever contributed anything. But regardless, I am 25 now and I've been putting a ton of money into it, maxing it out every single year. And we'll get more into what that means later. So, Roth IRA, what is it? So, a Roth IRA is a retirement investment account. It's not an investment in itself. It's literally just the account that you open up on, Fidelity or Schwab. And I want to be clear, anybody can open a Roth IRA. I believe this is anybody in the US only. And you do not have to have an account through your employer. A 401k is an account that you need through an employer, but Roth IRA, you can just go on to Schwab or Fidelity and just open that up today. Doesn't matter which company you work for. Doesn't even matter if you're employed. So I guess if you're in college, don't have a job, and you've got some money just sitting in a bank account, you can open up your Roth IRA and throw that money into it. So you invest that money, you deposit it into your account, pick some ETFs, stocks, whatever you like to pick, and invest that money. And over time, that's going to grow. So you're probably thinking to yourself, this sounds a lot like a traditional stock brokerage account like Robinhood, or I guess any other traditional brokerage account you may have. But the difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional brokerage account is that in a Roth IRA, you're putting the money in after it's already been taxed. Okay. So a normal brokerage account like you might have on Robinhood, you're putting that money in and then the money grows over time. And when you pull it out, you have to pay an insane amount of taxes on it. So you really don't get to keep all the money you just made. So it's kind of like the big Powerball lottery just got won the other day. I think it was $1.7 billion. And the winner, after all the taxes, walked away with about a third of that. So it's kind of similar to a traditional brokerage. You got to pay all that tax after you get the money out. So again, reiterating, Roth IRA, you're paying the tax beforehand, the money grows, and then you get to keep everything that's in it after you pull the money out. But here's the catch. The Roth IRA is a retirement account, and so you cannot pull any money out of that account until you are 59 and a half years old, which for some it can be a good thing, some it can be bad. For example, I'm trying to save for a house, and so my house savings money is not in my Roth IRA because I want to be able to pull that money out. So Roth IRA, strictly retirement account only. All right, so what's the catch here? This sounds like an absolute cheat code, and it is, right? But the issue is that it has a limit. Every single year, the IRS, I think it's the IRS, puts a cap on how much money you can invest into your Roth IRA. So if you're watching this in 2025, the limit is $7,000. And you can continue to invest that $7,000 from 2025. You can invest that until the tax deadline. I think that's in April. I think it's April 1st. So if you haven't put anything in this year yet, I highly recommend chugging away at the 2025 limit, again, $7,000. Now, I think that's only if you're under the age of 50. If you're over 50, I think it's a little bit more, but chances are, if you're watching a finance video with Modern Warfare 2 playing in the background, so you're probably not over the age of 50. But if you are, you have an increased limit. I think it's like $7,500 or $8,000. Anyway, 2026 coming up, January 1st, you can start contributing to your Roth IRA for 2026, and the limit has been increased to $7,500. So I think that puts you at just about $625 a month. dump it into this Roth IRA account, buy some stocks, buy some assets, ETFs, mutual funds, depending on what you do, and just let that money sit, let it grow. And that will probably end up, I mean, if you're in your 20s now, you'll probably end up with a couple $1,000,000 when you retire. All right, so another part of this cheat code in the Roth IRA is day trading or swing trading. I guess this is a whole story, and I don't know everything about it, so you'll have to do your own research, but stock gain is taxed at different percentages. I think if you hold the stock for over a year, it gets taxed less. If you do whatever, it gets taxed less. Dividend stocks are taxed at a different rate. Anyway, there's a whole lot of tax involved with stocks. But what's really nice about a Roth IRA is that you can day trade in there. I mean, I could buy NVIDIA today and sell it tomorrow if I really wanted to, and there is no tax penalty on that because I already paid the taxes when my money went into that account. So if you're like me and you like to have, I've got a couple bucks on the side that I like to pull in and out of stocks and semi-day trade, mostly swing trade with, it's really nice because I do not get taxed on the profit on those. And this brings up a whole nother topic, but I see all these day traders day trading on Robinhood, which I think is absolutely idiotic. They should be day trading within their Roth IRA accounts. They don't get these huge tax penalties on all these gains they're doing. Anyway, that's a whole nother story for another time. But if you day trade or swing trade or like to switch your stocks up often, do it within your Roth IRA. It is absolutely the genius move. All right, and here is the final thing I wanted to talk about regarding the Roth IRA. But if you are 18 years old, which for a lot of people, that's when you're getting out of high school, you start making some decent money. If you're 18 years old and you just work like a normal job, Walmart, McDonald's, whatever it is, you're probably making $15,000 or $20,000 a year. So if you're still living with your parents, you can take $7,000 from that, $7,000, throw it into your Roth IRA, and if you never touch that money, I mean, you invest it in NASDAQ, S&P, just normal, boring growth mutual funds. If you put that $7,000 in and never touch it, by the time you turn 60 years old, that's going to be worth $1.05 million. So that is an absolutely huge amount of growth, and it really stresses the importance. Start this as soon as you can. Every single day matters when time is on your side. So if you just turned 18 years old, start chugging away at that job, stop buying bullshit, and just start throwing money into your Roth IRA and hit that contribution limit every single year. I guarantee you, if you haven't done so yet, you will be thanking me by the time you retire. Anyway, that was a whole lot about some boring stuff, but hopefully the Modern Warfare 2 gameplay in the background made it a little bit more interesting. So if you made it to the end of the video, comment IRA so I know you made it all the way through and you're an OG. But appreciate y'all for watching. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. I'm up to 3 subscribers, so we're really chipping away at our milestones here. But appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.